So the purpose of today is really just to welcome all of our military, new military members to our community, both to the Albemarle County Public Schools and just to Albemarle County in general, if you don't have any students in our schools. We really value all of our military members. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Trevor Henry to introduce our county executive, Jeff Richardson.
Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate that. And without further ado, Mr. Richardson.
Trevor, thank you. And Jamie Gilner, thank you very much for an opportunity to be here this afternoon. As we were getting ready to prepare for this afternoon, we were talking for just a few minutes about an event that a lot of us that are on this call today, we were a part of this weekend, the West Point Monticello Association, which is retired military association here in Albemarle County, helped us with a Veterans Appreciation Seize the Day weekend that we had down at Walnut Creek Park on Sunday. And I believe we had somewhere between 350 and 400 people sign up for this event. It was the highest attended event at 6 years that we've had it. And it's just amazing to be down there and be around military families and to watch how these folks conduct themselves in a real picnic, fun type of event, but at the same time, a lot of good information there to support our military families. And I just want you to know, as in my job as county executive for Albemarle County government, that we are very appreciative of our military families who make decisions to be a part of this community. You are solid community members, not just in how you do your work, but how you connect to your community, the type of public service that you're willing to give because it's ingrained in your DNA, because that's how you have operated since when you were a part of the military. And it's good for this community to be known as a military supportive community. We do have a nice military presence in our community. I'm very proud of that. We do have a nice military presence in Albemarle County government. Mr. Henry, our deputy county executive, is instrumental in his work with not just folks in our organization, but with key community leaders. And again, what I would say in closing is that it's some of the most important work that we do, building for the strength of our community. There's a buzzword now, and it's called workforce stabilization. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to stabilize our workforce in a post-pandemic world. And I know the pandemic is still with us. But there's so many things that when we talk about stabilizing our community, stabilizing our workforce, that reminds me of the military, because that's what you do every day. You're committed to serving our community and serving our country. And so thank you for all that you've given our country, the sacrifices that you've made. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. And personally, if there's anything I can do for any of you, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. And now we'll hear from our superintendent of schools, Dr. Matthew Haas.
Thank you, Jamie. And I just want to roll out the red carpet to our military families. I'm sitting here right now in the library of one of our schools, Meriwether Lewis Elementary School out on Owensville Road, just sitting in a space that perhaps your children could be attending or at any one of our schools. And I just want you to know how much we value your presence in our community. When I began teaching in 1990, I worked at Plaza Junior High School in Virginia Beach, and Oceana Air Base was very close to our school. And so when we would be teaching, oftentimes the sound of, at that time, it would have been Tomcats and Hornets would fly by the school. And oftentimes it was very loud. There was a lot of sound that came with it. And we always talked about at the school that was the sound of freedom, that was the sound of liberty. And that every time I see one of those jets, or when we used to go by the naval base in Norfolk and see the ships there, and go out to the Little Creek amphibious base and drive by there, knowing that there were sailors and Marines there, that was always inspiring for me, and it made me know that there were people that sacrificed, whether you are in military active duty or if you're part of a military active duty service member's family, you are sacrificing, and you're not doing it for a large group, a population. Each one of us individually, you're putting yourself out there for and looking out for us, and that can never be repaid. But if there's any way that I can help you in my role as superintendent, I want you to feel comfortable in reaching out to me so that I can repay what you've done. Thank you. I'm glad you're joining Albemarle County and hopefully Albemarle County Schools, and I look forward to meeting you when I have the opportunity.